Verstappen calls out British media again after the FIA ceremony. Red Bull is still unsure who will be in that second seat, and Toto gets called out for his comments. Do consider subscribing to the channel. Let's get into the latest F1 news. As the F1 season progresses, all eyes are on Red Bull as they confront an important decision regarding their driver lineup for 2025. With Sergio Perez's future uncertain, two main contenders have emerged: Yuki Tsunoda and Liam Lawson. Team advisor Helmut Marko has weighed in on the prospect of replacing Perez, making it clear that the team is considering promoting from within. Liam Lawson, despite his limited experience having raced just 11 times in Formula 1, seems to be the frontrunner. In contrast, Yuki Tsunoda has spent the past 4 seasons with AlphaTauri, showcasing his talent and speed. During 2024, Tsunoda demonstrated his capabilities by keeping his team in the race for 6th in the Constructors' Championship, even while Daniel Ricciardo faced challenges. However, when Lawson stepped in for the final 6 races, he managed to score points in 2 of them, showcasing his mental toughness, an attribute Red Bull sees as vital for the role. In an interview with Automotor and Sport, Marko elaborated on his views about the two drivers as negotiations with Perez continue. He indicated that a decision regarding the driver lineups for both Red Bull teams is expected soon. Marko compared Lawson to F1 legends Bruce McLaren and Denny Hulme, praising his grounded temperament and resilience under pressure. On the other hand, while Marko recognized Tsunoda's speed, he pointed out inconsistencies in his performance, citing a race in Mexico as an example. He noted that Tsunoda has room for improvement, particularly regarding his discipline, although he has shown signs of progress. At a recent Pirelli tire test at Yas Marina, Tsunoda had a chance to showcase his skills in the Red Bull RB20, clocking in close to Lawson's best time. Marko mentioned that while both drivers performed well, Lawson's results were favored by the team. Additionally, Marko shared that Red Bull was pleased with Tsunoda's feedback during the test, refuting any negative perceptions about his capabilities. However, Tsunoda's temperament remains a concern. His past radio outbursts have hinted at a temperamental side, but recent comments from Racing Bull's CEO Peter Beyer indicated significant improvements. "He has improved by 1,000%, Beyer noted, emphasizing how Tsunoda has learned to control his frustrations. He understands that distractions can cost precious time on the track, a vital lesson as Red Bull considers its future. As Red Bull evaluates its options, the team is at a crossroads, balancing the raw potential of Lawson against the experience and speed of Tsunoda. Fans and analysts alike eagerly await the team's decision, which will shape the dynamics of Formula 1 for the upcoming season. In the world of Formula 1, decisions like these can change the trajectory of a driver's career and a team's future. The stakes are high, with Red Bull looking to maintain its competitive edge. As the clock ticks down to an announcement, the tension surrounding Perez's potential departure adds an intriguing layer to the unfolding drama within the sport. Stay tuned for updates as we follow this captivating storyline. As we dive deeper into the dynamics of Red Bull racing, it's clear that the spotlight is on who will fill the coveted seat alongside Max Verstappen for the F1 2025 season. Among the frontrunners are Liam Lawson and Yuki Tsunoda, both of whom have demonstrated impressive skills behind the wheel during their recent performances. Christian Horner, Red Bull's team principal, is taking a close look at both drivers as they vie for a position in the lineup. Lawson, in particular, has shown resilience under challenging circumstances. Horner mentioned how the Kiwi driver has consistently performed well, even under pressure. This speaks volumes about his potential to succeed in the high-stakes environment of Formula 1. Tsunoda also makes a strong case for himself. Despite some setbacks, he managed to outscore Lawson in a recent 6-race stretch, including an impressive 7th-place finish in Sao Paulo. This performance did not go unnoticed by Horner, who acknowledged Tsunoda's contributions and likened them favorably to Lawson's. The team remains optimistic about both drivers and recognizes them as key candidates should there be any changes in their current lineup. But what does this mean for Sergio Perez? Helmut Marko, a pivotal figure in Red Bull's hierarchy, has hinted that the decision regarding the driver lineup is imminent. The clock is ticking, and fans are eager to see how this will unfold. The potential shift in drivers raises questions not only about Perez, but also how it could reshape the team dynamics, especially considering the fierce competition ahead in the coming seasons. On another note, Yuki Tsunoda has openly expressed his eagerness to seize the opportunity if it arises. His ambitious statement reflects a drive that's crucial for any driver in pursuit of Formula 1 glory. It's a sentiment that resonates within the team, heightening the stakes for all involved. Meanwhile, Lawson has shared his perspective on the prospect of teaming up with Verstappen. He views it as not only an exciting opportunity, but a formidable challenge. Working alongside one of the sport's top talents would undoubtedly push any driver to elevate their game. Lawson's aspirations amplify the competitive spirit within Red Bull and the entire paddock. In the backdrop of these developments, Helmut Marko has warned that F1 2025 could see fierce competition, especially if the rivalry between Red Bull and McLaren heats up. He suggests that the gap might close even further, intensifying the push for excellence among all teams. This kind of tension often leads to thrilling races that keep fans at the edge of their seats. As we anticipate the upcoming announcement regarding Red Bull's driver lineup, one thing is clear: the excitement around F1 2025 is building. With drivers like Lawson and Tsunoda in the mix, and with the ever-looming question of Perez's future, it is shaping up to be a season full of drama, intrigue, and of course, high-speed action. Max Verstappen has once again stirred up the waters of Formula One chatter, this time directed at the British media. Following his stunning victory at the Brazil Grand Prix, Verstappen's remarks have drawn some strong reactions from two British broadcasters. After the race, with his characteristic humor, Verstappen pointed out the absence of British press at his press conference. He jokingly asked, "I have a quick question. I mean, I appreciate all of you being here, but I don't see any British press. Do they have to run to the airport, or don't they know where the press conference is?" This comment wasn't just a lighthearted jab. For Verstappen, it's a long-standing sentiment where he feels a bias exists in favor of British drivers in media coverage, particularly since most press members hail from the UK. Despite mentioning he had no issue with those media members who skipped the conference, he was less impressed by the swift reactions from two others. Speaking to his native Viaplay, he said, "You know what I liked the most? I can say it now." Immediately, two people felt attacked and they had to write about it on Twitter, or X, whatever you want to call it. Verstappen further clarified his stance, emphasizing that those reacting might have misunderstood his comments, asserting, "It isn't even about you. Just keep yourselves out of it," expressing frustration over their perceived sense of importance. He elaborated, pointing out that the journalists who typically criticize him were absent that day. But it was about the normal journalists that do sit there, and they weren't there now, and those of course had the most criticism towards me the last few races, he added, highlighting a discrepancy that didn't go unnoticed. While Verstappen didn't disclose the identities of these broadcasters, speculation suggests that Sky Sports F1 commentator David Croft might fit the bill, as he tweeted his own reactions shortly after Verstappen's original comment. As the racing world awaits more drama and developments, Verstappen's candid remarks underline a simmering tension between drivers and the media, particularly concerning the balance of coverage across different nationalities. In the fast-paced world of Formula One, it's always interesting to see how the narratives unfold and who takes center stage in discussions beyond the racetrack. Stay tuned for more updates and insights from the electrifying world of F1. As we delve into the evolving dynamics of the F1 2024 season, it's clear that perceptions run deep, especially when it comes to media interpretations. Formula One commentator Croft reminds us that often there's more to the narrative than just quick sound bites or accusations of bias. The world of F1 is multifaceted, and understanding the context can reshape our views on the events that unfold over race weekends. In a unique twist, Isaac Hadjar recently took the wheel of Max Verstappen's RB20, a car that has defined the current Formula One landscape. Experienced drivers often have differing methodologies for approaching such situations, and Hadjar expressed his thoughts on the vehicle, noting its complexities and the exhilarating challenge it presents. Meanwhile, the ongoing rivalry between Verstappen and Russell has captured fans' imaginations. Former champion Nico Rosberg shares insights into this dynamic, revealing its often awkward realities. These glimpses behind the scenes can be both revealing and entertaining, as fans speculate on future clashes and alliances. On a personal note, Verstappen has hinted at his future in the sport, stating that he's focused on enjoying his time in Formula One rather than worrying about longevity. His philosophy reflects a prevailing attitude among athletes who understand the fleeting nature of their careers and choose to make the most of the present. Of course, when discussing drivers capable of challenging Verstappen on the track, opinions vary. Juan Pablo Montoya suggests that very few can stand up to the Red Bull mastermind, highlighting the ever-growing skill gap in the field. This brings us to a pivotal moment in F1. Who will rise to the challenge, and who will falter under pressure? As we look toward the future, several exciting developments await. The new Cadillac F1 team promises fresh talent and stories. Fans are eagerly anticipating Drive to Survive's upcoming season, hoping for behind-the-scenes drama that reflects the true essence of racing. Moreover, Kevin Magnussen's candid remarks about the sport's fairness have resonated, sparking conversations among enthusiasts about integrity and competition. Analyzing the standings, it's fascinating to contemplate the Drivers' Championship without Verstappen's dominating presence. The shakeup could bring unexpected excitement as emerging drivers attempt to establish their legacies amidst the established stars of the grid. Furthermore, with the impending 2026 regulations looming, teams are busy adjusting their strategies, ensuring they are well prepared for the upcoming changes. Keeping an eye on the penalty point system, we find Max Verstappen edging closer to a race ban due to incidents in recent races, bringing an added layer of tension to each upcoming event. Lastly, let's take a moment to appreciate those drivers who have accumulated significant points yet have never secured a race victory. Their dedication and skill are vital in making the championship fiercely competitive and engaging. Lewis Hamilton is set to make a highly anticipated move to Ferrari from Mercedes, entering into a multi-year contract that has sparked both excitement and concerns among fans and analysts alike. Former driver Ralf Schumacher recently expressed unease over this change, citing a potential danger that Hamilton might not finish out his contract when he joins the iconic team for the F1 2025 season. Hamilton officially announced his departure from Mercedes in February, confirming that he will embark on a multi-year journey with Ferrari, which many speculate will cover the 2025 and 2026 seasons. This marks a significant moment in Hamilton's career, as he ends a successful partnership with Mercedes, with whom he secured an impressive 7 world championships and made history by being the first driver to surpass 100 Grand Prix wins. Despite his remarkable achievements, Hamilton's recent performance has raised questions about his competitiveness. The 2024 season proved challenging, as his teammate George Russell consistently outperformed him in qualifying. By the end of the season, Hamilton himself openly acknowledged that he wasn't as fast as he once was, admitting at the penultimate race in Qatar that he feels he's not fast anymore. This admission has led some to speculate whether Ferrari's decision to replace Carlos Sainz with Hamilton might be a misstep. Within the Ferrari camp, there have been whispers about a possible reunion with Sainz, as team principal Fred Vasseur hinted at ongoing discussions for the Spaniard to return. This situation has left fans wondering if Hamilton will be able to meet the high expectations set for him at Ferrari. Schumacher echoed these concerns, suggesting that if Hamilton quickly realizes he can't keep up with his own standards, he might choose to retire instead of struggling through the contract. In a striking commentary, Schumacher noted that the danger of Hamilton not completing his Ferrari contract looms if things don't go positively. He believes that once Hamilton starts to doubt himself, his career could take an abrupt turn. This perspective was further echoed by former team owner Eddie Jordan, who criticized Ferrari for replacing Sainz with Hamilton. He urged the team to reconsider their decision and warned that Hamilton's recent admission about his speed may suggest a decline that could ultimately tarnish his legacy. Jordan's advice to Hamilton was clear. If he's not fully committed, it might be time to walk away. He reminded Hamilton of his many other talents outside of racing, suggesting that he might find fulfillment in those areas rather than risking a lackluster performance at Ferrari. As the racing world watches Hamilton's next move closely, there's a palpable mix of anticipation and concern surrounding his transition to Ferrari. Will he thrive in this new environment, or will the pressures of performance lead him to step back from the sport he has dominated for so long? Only time will tell, but the upcoming seasons promise to be gripping as the story unfolds. Lewis Hamilton is often hailed as one of the greatest drivers in the history of Formula One. As he transitions from Mercedes to Ferrari, he faces both excitement and pressure. It's crucial for him to choose the best exit strategy, taking the money off the table, while ensuring his legacy remains untarnished. After wrapping up his farewell appearances with Mercedes, Hamilton is taking a well-deserved break, preparing for his debut with Ferrari in early 2025. The Italian media reported that his first day with the team will be memorable, featuring on-track testing at Ferrari's Fiorano track. Hamilton is likely to get behind the wheel of either the 2022 F175 or the 2023 SF23, as F1 regulations restrict private testing to older models. As Hamilton settles in, major developments await. Ferrari's upcoming F1 2025 car, codenamed Project 677, is set to incorporate significant changes. The team is shifting to a pull-rod front suspension design, believed to enhance airflow and boost downforce under current regulations. This change is likely influenced by Hamilton's driving style, which aligns more with his new teammate Charles Leclerc. Amid these technical shifts, the team is also retaining its divisive pull-rod rear suspension, attributing the SF24's impressive tire management to its design. With new technical director Loic Serra steering Project 677, Hamilton's previous experiences at Mercedes may prove invaluable as they work towards overcoming past challenges. The intrigue surrounding Hamilton's move to Ferrari brings a fresh narrative to the F1 landscape. How will this new chapter unfold, and what impact will it have on the sport? We'll have to keep an eye out as this fascinating saga continues to evolve. Aston Martin is making waves in the world of Formula One with a bold new claim about its simulator. According to the team's newly appointed simulator driver, the Aston Martin simulator is now considered superior to that of McLaren. This assertion highlights the significant advancements made by the team under the leadership of Lawrence Stroll. Investment in cutting-edge technology is key for the Aston Martin F1 team. The new wind tunnel and driver simulator are part of these efforts at their Silverstone campus, showcasing a commitment to enhancing their facilities to gain a competitive edge. Danny Juncadella, who recently rejoined the team as a simulator driver, emphasized just how remarkable the new simulator truly is. In the highly competitive world of Formula One, simulators play a crucial role for teams. They allow drivers to stay honed and ready. Simulating various tracks, Aston Martin has made significant strides in the world of Formula One simulators, and the buzz is undeniable. Recently, the team's new simulator facilities have been hailed as even better than McLaren's, according to their latest simulator driver, Danny Juncadella. This bold claim sets the stage for fierce competition as both teams gear up for the upcoming racing seasons. Under the leadership of Lawrence Stroll, Aston Martin has been continuously investing in their facilities, which now boast a state-of-the-art simulator and a new wind tunnel located at their Silverstone campus. This investment speaks volumes about their commitment to enhancing performance and competitiveness on the track. Simulators play a crucial role in Formula One, enabling drivers to enhance their skills and refine their techniques during practice sessions. They allow for the recreation of driving conditions across various tracks, adjusting for different variables like weather changes and setup modifications. Given that real-life testing on actual F1 tracks is increasingly limited, the accuracy and functionality of a simulator can substantially influence a team's performance on race day. Danny Juncadella recently joined the Aston Martin team as a simulator driver, marking a return to the franchise he once tested for when it was known as Force India. During the Abu Dhabi Grand Prix weekend, he utilized the new simulator to assist drivers Fernando Alonso and Lance Stroll in fine-tuning the setups of their AMR 24. This collaboration is part of a broader strategy to prepare for the future, aiming to capitalize on the significant investments made towards establishing a more competitive edge. In an interview with Spanish publication Soy Motor, Juncadella didn't hold back in expressing his enthusiasm about the new simulator. He described his experience, stating, "I've used it. It's incredible. This pretty much sums up the transformative effect the new technology is expected to have on the team's performance." He also reflected on the previous simulator, indicating that it was lacking compared to what other teams had at their disposal. "What we had until now at Aston Martin was quite precarious," he shared, indicating how the new equipment elevates their standard. With Aston Martin stepping up their game in the simulator department, other teams, particularly McLaren, are undoubtedly keeping a close eye. The competition is heating up, and as the team gears up for F1 2025, it's clear that every advantage, no matter how small, will be crucial in their quest for success on the track. As viewers and fans of the sport, it's exciting to witness how this technological evolution will influence the dynamic of Formula One in the coming years. Stay tuned for more updates as we continue to follow Aston Martin's journey and the thrilling competition that lies ahead. As we dive deeper into Aston Martin's F1 experience, let's take a moment to appreciate the significant figures behind the team's technology advancements. Enrico Cardilli and Adrian Newey, renowned for their expertise, are now part of Aston Martin's ambitious plans. They're ready to leverage the brand new equipment as they aim to recapture the glory from the thrilling highs of 2023. Team boss Mike Crack remains optimistic about the future, despite the challenges faced in 2024. He acknowledged the team's current performance struggles, but emphasized a realistic approach. It's all about effectively communicating where the team stands and making the most of their situation. Mike shared the sentiment that while last year saw opportunities for easier point gains, this season demands a different strategy. It's become increasingly tough to score, yet he believes in pushing forward without letting past frustrations cloud their focus. Importantly, the environment within Aston Martin reflects a can-do mentality, reinforcing that the team is not deterred. With every new challenge, they choose to learn and adapt. As we watch Aston Martin navigate through this competitive landscape, their resilience and commitment promise exciting developments ahead. Stay tuned for further updates on their progress and the ever-evolving world of Formula One. With transformative changes on the horizon, the quest for success never looked so intriguing.